about to reveal to you has been hidden from the public for over 3 years. And after you hear this, you'll understand exactly why the world's elite have been whispering about the Phoenix in the shadows of Monaco's most exclusive gatherings. But before I expose everything, I need you to promise me something. What you're about to witness will change how you view luxury forever. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know why billionaires are already placing deposits on something that doesn't officially exist. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Inner Circle. I'm talking about the Phoenix, a project so classified, so revolutionary, that even mentioning its name in certain circles could get you blacklisted from the most exclusive events on the planet. Now, you might be thinking, another luxury project? I've seen it all. But here's what makes your heart race. This isn't just about luxury. This is about transcending reality itself. And in exactly 3 minutes, I'll reveal the one detail about the Phoenix that made a tech billionaire liquidate his entire art collection just to secure his position in line. Picture this. It's 2024, and behind the marble walls of a private estate in the Swiss Alps, 7 individuals, whose combined net worth exceeds the GDP of most countries, are gathered around a holographic projection that shows something the world has never seen. This isn't science fiction. This is the Phoenix Project, a fairy-inspired vessel that makes every super yacht, private jet, and luxury experience you've ever heard of look like child's toys. But here's where it gets insane. And I'll prove this to you in just 90 seconds. The Phoenix isn't just inspired by fairy tales. It's designed to make them reality. Now let me paint you a picture of absolute magnificence. Imagine a vessel, and I use that term loosely because the Phoenix transcends traditional categories, that doesn't just travel through water, land, or air, but through dimensions of experience that luxury has never touched. Here's what my source inside the project revealed. The Phoenix incorporates technology that creates atmospheric reality bubbles, environments where the laws of physics bend to create experiences that mirror the most fantastical fairy realms. We're talking about chambers where gravity is optional, where the walls themselves become living, breathing forests where time moves differently, and where every surface responds to your deepest desires before you even speak them. But the most exclusive feature, the one that only 5 people in the world will have access to, I'll reveal that shocking detail right after I tell you about the price. Now, about the investment, because that's what this is, an investment in transcending human experience. We're not talking millions. We're talking about a price point that makes Bugatti La Voiture Noire look like a budget option. The starting point? $800 million. But here's the kicker. That's just the entry fee to be considered. Each Phoenix vessel, and only 7 will ever be created, comes with its own ecosystem of impossible luxuries. Personal reality architects, gravity manipulation chambers, time dilation suites, and something called dream materialization technology. And that billionaire I mentioned earlier? The one who liquidated his art collection? He did it because of a single 30-second demonstration that I'll describe to you in the next 60 seconds. Let me break down what makes the Phoenix the most exclusive project in human history. First, the ethereal navigation system. This vessel doesn't just move through space. It phases between dimensions. Imagine stepping aboard in Monaco and emerging in a realm where Aurora Borealis dances at your fingertips. Second, bioresponsive architecture. Every surface, every room, every detail adapts to your biometric signature. The vessel literally learns your soul and creates environments that fulfill desires you didn't even know you had. Third, temporal luxury suites. Chambers where you can experience a week of perfect moments in what the outside world perceives as a single hour. But the fourth feature, this is what made that billionaire write the check immediately. And it's so exclusive, so powerful, that I need to prepare you for what you're about to hear. The fourth feature is called consciousness amplification. The Phoenix doesn't just transport your body. It elevates your very consciousness to perceive and interact with realities that exist beyond normal human experience. That demonstration I mentioned? They showed the Billionaire a 30-second glimpse of what it feels like to exist as pure consciousness while maintaining full sensory experience. He described it as touching the face of God while being embraced by angels. But here's what makes this absolutely insane. The technology isn't just fairy-inspired. It's based on principles that our source claims were gifted to the project team through methods that challenge everything we understand about reality. And the launch timeline? Originally set for 2026, but something happened 6 months ago that accelerated everything. I'll tell you exactly what in 30 seconds. 6 months ago, during a private testing phase, something unprecedented occurred. The Phoenix prototype didn't just demonstrate its capabilities. It exceeded them by creating what witnesses described as a permanent gateway to impossible beauty. This event was so significant that the launch timeline has been moved up. We're now looking at late 2025, possibly even earlier, for the first Phoenix vessel. But here's the catch. And this is information that could change everything for you. Only 3 of the 7 planned vessels will be available to private owners. The other 4 are being reserved for purposes that remain classified even within the project itself. And those 3 available vessels, there's already a waiting list that includes names you'd recognize instantly. But I've discovered something about that list that changes everything. Here's what my source revealed about that waiting list. It's not just about money. The Phoenix Selection Committee uses criteria that go beyond wealth. They're looking for individuals who demonstrate what they call consciousness compatibility. This means they're conducting secret evaluations of potential owners, psychological profiles, spiritual assessments, even analyzing dreams and meditation patterns. They want owners who can fully utilize the Phoenix's reality-bending capabilities without, let's say, breaking. But here's the insider secret that changes everything. There's a hidden pathway to consideration that bypasses the traditional waiting list entirely. And in the next 60 seconds, I'll reveal exactly how someone could potentially position themselves for consideration. Even if they're not currently in those exclusive circles, the hidden pathway involves demonstrating what they call fairy resonance, the ability to perceive and interact with realms of possibility that most humans can't access. They're quietly observing individuals who show natural affinity for experiences that transcend normal reality. Lucid dreamers, consciousness explorers, people who naturally attract synchronicities and impossible coincidences. My source suggests that the Phoenix team has been monitoring social media, spiritual communities, and even dream journals to identify these naturally gifted individuals. If someone were to document their own consciousness-expanding experiences, their ability to manifest desired realities, or their natural connection to what some might call fairy magic, they might find themselves receiving a very interesting invitation. But here's what keeps me awake at night. My source hinted at something they called the Phoenix Protocol, a final phase of the project that goes beyond individual vessels. They're planning something for 2027 that will involve all 7 Phoenix vessels operating in coordination, creating what they described as a permanent bridge between worlds. What that means for humanity, for reality itself, that's a revelation so profound that I need to verify more sources before I can share it. But I promise you this, when I discover the truth about the Phoenix Protocol, you'll be the first to know. Until then, keep your consciousness open, document your impossible experiences, and remember, the most extraordinary realities are always hidden in plain sight. If this revelation has awakened something in you, if you feel that pull toward impossible luxury and transcendent experience, pay attention to your dreams tonight. The Phoenix chooses its own. Subscribe for exclusive updates on the Phoenix project, and let me know in the comments. Have you ever experienced something that felt like fairy magic in your own life? Your answer might be more important than you realize. This is just the beginning of the most extraordinary story ever told. And you're now part of the inner circle that knows the truth. Welcome to the Phoenix Revelation.